They stole 3 feet of my property with their new fence, so I made their $800K house legally unbuildable. I came home from work to find construction crews installing a brand new privacy fence, not along the property line, 3 feet into my yard. My neighbor Brad Morrison, the arrogant investment banker, had decided my side yard was perfect for his boundary enhancement project. Brad owned the biggest house on the block, a glass box monstrosity that looked like it belonged downtown, not in a suburban neighborhood. Since moving in 6 months earlier, he'd been on a non-stop improvement spree. New landscaping that required weekly maintenance crews, security cameras on every corner, and now, apparently, stealing my land. For weeks, I'd seen him measuring with his contractor buddy Jake. They whispered about maximizing usable space and optimizing the lot layout. But moving my property line without permission? That wasn't optimization, it was theft. I stormed over as Brad supervised workers digging post holes in what used to be my flower bed. He barely looked up when I demanded answers. "Oh, hey neighbor," he said with fake cheer. "Don't worry about the fence. My surveyor found discrepancies in the original markers. Turns out this was always my property, just fixing an old mistake." His survey came from some guy he'd hired who conveniently decided my deed was wrong. Brad even produced official-looking documents claiming adverse possession because his landscapers had occasionally trimmed the bushes. I called the city, but Brad's paperwork looked legitimate enough to confuse the clerk. He smirked and told me to hire a lawyer if you think there's a problem. That weekend, I remembered something important. My house had belonged to my aunt, a retired city engineer who had worked on our subdivision's infrastructure in the 1980s. In her basement, I found boxes of old municipal blueprints and development plans, and there it was, the master drainage map for our neighborhood. Here's what Brad's surveyor missed. Our street was built on a natural slope, requiring specific drainage easements to prevent flooding. Every lot had mandatory setbacks, and the strip of land Brad claimed, it sat directly over the main storm runoff, easement protecting our entire block. But it got even better. The original development agreement required all homes to maintain specific distances from these drainage channels. Brad's house, with its oversized deck, garage expansion, and new fence, violated multiple setback regulations. His dream home was sitting on flood control land. I spent Sunday gathering evidence. Photos of his fence on the easement, measurements of his illegal deck, and records showing his unpermitted additions blocked natural water flow. Then I contacted the city engineer, the flood control district, and environmental compliance. By Monday morning, inspectors rolled in. The drainage authority shut down fence construction immediately. Flood control discovered Brad's improvements had already caused minor flooding downhill. The city engineer flagged his deck and garage as violations of flood control law. The hammer came down hard. His entire expansion had been built without proper permits, and worse, overprotected drainage areas. The city ordered demolition of the deck, fence, and part of the garage. The remediation costs hit $300,000. Insurance wouldn't pay for unpermitted work. Brad's lawyers tried, but municipal drainage law isn't negotiable. He finally sold the house at a $200,000 loss to someone willing to deal with the mess. Meanwhile, the city officially resurveyed my property and installed permanent concrete markers. Brad? He moved into a downtown condo, probably still wondering how stealing 3 feet of land destroyed his $800,000 dream home. If you think this is real story, like and subscribe.